There's a question of impartiality at stake here, because I think we're about to talk about something bad that happened, but to bad people. Mike's going to introduce it in today's not so critical update.
I feel terrible for being so happy about this story. It's really bad. Huge security violation. 92,000 people who donated to a nonprofit organization had their information leaked. I just can't help but smile at it because it was people who donated to the Freedom Convoy that is wreaking havoc across Canada still today as we record this on Wednesday afternoon.
So the Freedom Convoy is this thing where people are protesting their vaccination requirements for truck drivers, right?
Yes, correct. So the new vaccination mandate put into effect in Canada states that, I believe this is specific to U.S. truckers coming in, that they have to be vaccinated and carry proof of vaccination to be let into the country.
Yes, so the truckers are blocking up traffic in cities across Canada. And what happened in this story is that a Christian crowdfunding site called Give, Send, Go, who's been accepting donations for this cause, was hacked, and the names of the contributors were published on the site.
So, but as internet security and privacy advocates, we should be horrified at this this issue.
I know.
But it happened at all. It's difficult to really convey the true emotions that we have about this because fuck those guys. I mean,
so I'm going to be impartial, and I'll say this. I'll start off by giving some context. I'm vaccinated. Okay. I have no problem showing proof of vaccination. I think it's definitely the right move from Canada.
I'm sensing a but.
Protesting like this is not good, right? You are locking up supply chains and really causing havoc. Like you are wreaking havoc on the whole continent by doing this. Bad. However,
more syllables, but same thing.
But
thank you. Because I like big butts.
But
keep going.
We cannot condone the act of leaking people's data that partook in this.
Yeah.
Just
obviously,
just because some anti-vaxxer, wherever they are, were like, fuck the vaccine and fuck Canada, does not mean that they are free people. They get to hold these opinions. We should not condone the act of leaking PII of said people just because we don't agree with their opinion. Even though they're idiots, no one deserves to be targeted like that. This is really dangerous stuff.
It's true, actually, because if that were the justification for justified leaking a PII, even more of my personal information would be out there on the internet, because there's lots of things where I've been an idiot and
they're wrong or in the unpopular opinion. Exactly. And something we should touch on, however, is the fact that
so much fun though. It's so much. Schadenfreude is just a beautiful.
No. Let's be civil. Canadian government. The Canadian government just approved.
Not you, Dad.
A sweeping emergency act to allow banks without any court approval to freeze funds. This is super dangerous because what the power that this gives banks, beyond the fact that they can do whatever they want, it gives them the ability to say that's suspect, this transaction is suspect, with zero context, and freeze the account.
I thought that was the case anyway, to be honest. I thought all banks could do that.
No, what? No, definitely not. It has to go through, this is like we have civil liberties as people. It's our money.
Okay.
But Canada just said, fuck you, that is not your money. And why am I bringing this up? Because this is exactly what Satoshi Nakamoto in his white paper.
Oh, I didn't see that one coming. I didn't see that one coming, John. Honestly, I know you started talking about banks.
Bitcoin.
I know my Bitcoin radar should have been like bleeping crazily, and you snuck that in there. I didn't.
Oh yeah, I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. I just wanted to push Bitcoin because I'm a shill. Yeah.
Oh, doing your bit to raise the price, right? Just...
No, it's not about the price. It's about it's not about how much more the value of Bitcoin is.
All right, that's a separate issue.
What it's about is when Bitcoin becomes, this is how much the US dollar is in Bitcoin. You get what I mean? Not how much Bitcoin is. Like, it's the switch, so that when we go to the store, we're paying with crypto. We're not paying with the US dollar or whatever. Yeah.
So this whole situation is a bit nuanced. I think that there is the implementation of this mandate has been is a bit messed up because there's a lot of innocent people who are affected. The thing about the the protests is that there's like a whole bunch of Trump supporters who have gone up to Canada to part of the. In fact, I've heard they're like a major part of the protests, and they've co-opted this movement to promote their own anti-vax
agenda
and agenda, and that sucks. Like it's like I don't know, and I know that a lot of people who are actual legit truckers, there's reasons why they can't get vaccinated, and they are in real trouble. And it's trying to get the exceptions is really difficult. I heard that some people aren't able to get the exception unless they've had the vaccination and had a bad reaction to it. Which is kind of seems dumb to me. And, I don't know enough about the actual thing, but it seems like the issue itself is complex, but the dickheads involved are perhaps not so complex, or at least a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm actually against the mandates, but I think they're maybe necessary because there are so many idiots who aren't doing it for ideological reasons anyway. So it's a tough situation for sure.
I think it's the equivalent. Okay, COVID is really bad.
Really?
And hold on. Hold on. And I think the governments have a right to say, if you want to enter our country, you need to prove to us that you're not a danger because COVID is bad.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm saying I think that the mandate is justified. Of course, it should be easier for you to get an exception if you have a legitimate reason you can't take the vaccine for whatever reason, whatever medical reason. That should be fairly easy for you to do. You should not have to get yourself sick with a vaccine to prove that you don't need the vaccine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't add up, Yeah.
So I just want to talk a little bit more about the people whose information was leaked. And one of the challenges I have with privacy.
Yeah, John from 12 Cedar Grove. Also Jimmy Smith from just do a bit more about specific people. Sorry, it's not funny.
Well, so one of the things I always bring up about privacy is I think part of the problem with privacy is the way it's conflated with anonymity. And I feel like anonymity online, the behavior driven by anonymity, is as bad as the problems with privacy offline. And I don't know how to reconcile that. So in this case, people can give money to whoever they want, whatever. They can do it secretly. They can do it in the open. But it's similar to going online to flame somebody. You're more likely to do some of these things if you can do it anonymously and not be held accountable for it and not be shamed for it, and nobody will ever know about it. And you can do whatever kind of bullshit you want in the background because there's no consequences. And then I can say, well, but what about my privacy? And that explains everything away. So how do I reconcile that? It doesn't matter. That's just what you get in return for having privacy. You can behave however you want. Blanket anonymity, complete freedom from consequences. Have at it.
The dream.
How about some fairly complicated but reasonable middle ground? I don't know. The problem with that is it's boring. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think any of us are smart enough to create that middle ground, or even theorize about it, to be honest with you. Because again, like, there's things online that, thanks to anonymizing tools, protect some really, really bad people.
Yeah.
And this is a huge selling point for governments regarding weakening encryption, the anonymization tools, either through ISP help or tracking. And it's kind of like, what is the trade-off? Are your rights more important than catching a terrorist or a child predator or any of these horrendous people that, again, they use the same tools that journalists use in Iran or Turkey or wherever to protect themselves? So this is a really tough question, and that's why I said we're probably not smart enough to even have an actual valid opinion about it, because it's such a tough subject.
Having an opinion.
Speak for yourself.
However,
sorry, but
just because I'm dumb does not mean that I am wrong. And I think I'm just kidding. I'm not.
I think that's the whole the anti-vax
mentality
posture.
Right. Just because I'm an idiot,
you're scientist,
not
your science.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah.
You happen to be both dumb and wrong.
Yeah, exactly.